The latest two stories coming out of Detroit left a lot of people speechless. This team seems to have a strange relationship with losing. When they take a hit, they don't just bounce back. They turn into a completely different squad. And you'll understand why once you hear what Dan Campbell had to say. But while the team works to refocus, a key player has officially been ruled out for Monday Night Football. And the reason behind it is sparking heated debate. Inside the locker room, there's support. Outside, the conversation is on fire. Let's start with the pattern no one can ignore anymore. The almost scary way the Lions respond after a tough loss. Every now and then, the Detroit Lions get absolutely punched in the mouth. And when that rare beatdown hits, something weird happens. They don't just bounce back, they transform. Dan Campbell, never one to sugarcoat a loss, said it best after their Sunday night flop. "We got worked pretty good." And he wasn't wrong. Campbell's been here before, and every time his team gets thumped, he leans into that same gritty philosophy. It might be exactly what they needed. Maybe they were riding too high. Maybe they needed a reminder. Or maybe this team's just built to thrive when the world counts them out. Because history's showing a trend. Every time Detroit gets humbled, they come back with vengeance. Let's go to the receipts. In 2022, the Lions got waxed by the Panthers, 37-23, and then dropped a casual 41-10 hammer on the Bears the very next week. Fast forward to 2023, embarrassed 38-6 by the Ravens, then turn around and handle the Raiders 26-14. Got stung by the Bears again, 28-13? No worries, they cooked the Broncos 42-16 after that. And this season, Packers got them 27-13, and then the Bears caught the full wrath, 52-21. This is not a coincidence. It's a pattern. Get smacked, come back swinging, and put up video game numbers. Now, no one's saying they're guaranteed to torch the Bucs on Monday night, but you'd be bold to bet against a pissed-off Lions squad. This team takes losing personally, and when that locker room feels like they've got something to prove, they come out with smoke. They don't just try to win, they try to erase every doubt in 60 explosive minutes. And here's the cherry on top. This MNF showdown isn't just another game. It's a war of attrition. The Bucs' offense is banged up, and Detroit's defense is limping into this one too. So yeah, it might get messy, but it's going to be fun. Both squads are desperate, dinged up, and itching to prove something under the lights. But the hottest headline of the day is about a controversial absence and an incident that went way beyond the field. Brian Branch is officially sidelined for Monday Night Football after the NFL upheld his one-game suspension for throwing an open-hand punch at Juju Smith-Schuster. It all went down at the end of the Lions' 30-17 loss to the Chiefs. And yeah, it wasn't a great look. But back in Detroit, inside that locker room, there's a whole lot of backing for Branch, and no one's buying the thug label that's been floating around. Terrion Arnold, who's not just Branch's teammate but also a fellow Alabama alum, spoke on his podcast with Broncos DB Pat Surtain and gave some real talk on what Branch was like after the game. According to Arnold, Branch was wrecked emotionally. He knew he messed up, and it showed. The remorse? Real. Arnold didn't sugarcoat the incident. He called it wrong straight up, but also made it clear Branch isn't that guy. This isn't who he is. Dan Campbell echoed that loud and clear during his weekly radio hit. He didn't dodge it. He didn't defend the action. But he sure as hell defended the man. He's not a thug. He's not a bad person, Campbell said. He made a mistake. He knows it. He's going to grow from it. Nope. And if there's one thing Campbell's become known for, it's riding for his players when the storm hits. Arnold went even deeper, saying Branch is one of the kindest dudes he's ever been around. The type of guy who'd literally give you the shirt off his back. Someone who lives with a high standard off the field. But once the helmet's on, it's war. He's a gladiator, Arnold said, adding that people forget these players aren't just highlight machines, they're human beings playing a brutally physical sport. And here's where it gets real nuanced. Arnold brought up what sparked Branch's fury in the first place. A blindside block from Smith-Schuster late in the fourth quarter, one that left Branch completely vulnerable. According to Arnold, it could have ended in a serious injury. When you slow it down, you see his back, his ankle. It was bad, he explained. The hit stirred up all kinds of frustration. Doesn't make the punch okay, but it gives context. Arnold didn't excuse the retaliation. He even said he wouldn't have dapped up Juju either if he'd just gotten flexed on and pointed at in front of millions. "We're competitors," he said, and that's the real heartbeat of it. This is raw, emotional, high-level football. not a scripted drama. These guys are living it in real time. So while Branch will sit this one out, don't let the headlines define him. He screwed up, owned it, and he's learning from it. According to the people who know him best, he's not some dirty player. He's just a fierce competitor who let his emotions get the best of him. And no one's harder on Brian Branch right now than Brian Branch himself. The truth is, the Lions are set up to respond in the most explosive way, on the field. Off it, the Branch situation shows how fast everything can change. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's coming next.